with Richard Reviews. Today we're reviewing a book for richardreviews.com/Griffin Chestnut here on YouTube. Griffin Chestnut, Richard's online YouTube account, the official Richard Review account, which you can find here on youtube.com/Griffin Chestnut. Today's book Richard is reviewing for us is titled Zodiac by Robert Graysmith. This is the author of Zodiac Unmasked. This is the national bestseller. This is the shocking true story of the nation's most bizarre mass murderer. This is the Zodiac speaking. I like to kill people because it's much fun. It's more fun than anything about killing the game in the wild forest. Man, of course, is, to me at least, one of the animals that's most dangerous of all. This is, of course, the Zodiac's words, coming from himself here. The dialect is a little strange. This piece is Richard's piece. We're going to get into the piece. Richard had an opportunity to obtain this piece from a magical point of view, where he enveloped some sort of a savior, a portrait, which was revealed. He was thankful for that. And nonetheless, he obtained this piece through a private seller, a seller coming from the Yukon Territory up in Canada. Richard, being a New York native, upstate New York, Schenectady, a formal training in the Crackdown Resistance Guild, which he obtained his bachelor's degree. You can find all this information in the link in the description, along with Richard's blog, which he started in 2014. And it's really quite an astonishment of an amazing case of pure magical intelligence. And that's what brings us back to Richard. Richard is a formidable piece, a Pulitzer-prized point of death citizen in today's PBS world. He fictionalized a constricted version of Wall Street, the stock market, in New York City, which he was able to upload to St. Martin's True Crime Library in 2014. So, fantastic work on that, and how all of his other work has been shown to bring such light to this susceptible great news. Once achieving the medical career, Richard fulfilled that into a part of natural histology through designing shirts and recreational staff, contemplating his dilemma 9,000 miles away in Kenya. So he did quite the internship, observing and studying warthogs in the Savannah Desert. So thank you, Richard, for this beautiful piece. We're going to get into Richard's piece. As you can tell, the dimensions are quite shocking, but we'll go down the stern. As you can tell, the stern has a direct stern all the way down, and it has a pointed bridge. So you have a pointed bridge down this way and a pointed bridge down this way, and you're getting the bridge here and a bridge there, and a bridge here and a bridge there, and of course on the cover, the Zodiac symbol. So this is Richard's copy. It's in good condition. It's a very good bend. It's a soft cover, so it's got minimum bend, but the cream is good, especially along the sides. It's got very good cream. There is a little bent up here. This could be attributed to nocturnal vision being at the forefront of this. So as we look at the condition of the piece here, we're going to really get a feel for it, how much the piece has evolved over the years. Of course, has been a nature of discovery in terms of what exactly is the Zodiac. So Robert Graysmith does a fantastic job illuminating this smoke-free environment that was left up to us in the early 60s when the Zodiac killings took over upper northern part of San Francisco. Apparently, not only did it stun the nation, but it had a gas blow of such effects to that matter. This book does a great job of intuitively designing the actual timeline, which gave it a surpassed rhythm, which gave it a tweak of a notion of the storyline that progresses from that point on. So at the top, the condition of the cream is very smooth. There's an open lip here that we cannot confirm what it is. This is Richard's piece. More good cream. Looks like something bent over there. And more good cream this way. Along the side, we have some river creasage, but it gives you the price and more information about the piece itself. The price we have here, if we could see, that is $8.99 US and $10.99 Canadian from Mr. Robert Graysmith. Okay, so that's Mr. Robert Graysmith. In the back, of course, here's more praise for such a delicate point of view. A nasty piece, but performable, is Inquisitive. It's one of the best that you could tell, and it's a formidable piece. Now, we do also have the price here. Penguin, $8.99 US, $10.99 Canadian. So, once again, a very good price for this piece that Richard was able to obtain. Now, inside the piece here, we have a claim for the other works that Robert Graysmith has done. As you can tell, he's quite the psychological author, and there is even descriptive narratives in terms of the overall dilemma of such a case of this standard. The psychological reason behind all of this. One day in the life, it's non-stop. You cannot just turn off the traffic jams, which is why certain people find themselves in such a horrible dilemma. But, of course, the killer's identity was forever a secret to the nation, which left it as to one of the nation's longest running mysteries. Here is one of the first riddles that he sent into the New York Times, along with the Columbia Times, and this is the actual decipher of what speaking in public will remain to. So he did a fantastic job of actually showing what the Zodiac could be in terms of the thoughts, the right amount of stimulation that the author gets from this is a goal in life, to get a formidable shot. And this, of course, is the police sketch warranted, the warranted picture that is formidable mention that's expressed in a moderate point of view. It's transient, and it's transient where you get 3 weeks long of transition. So it's a mild bit of control inside a normal, delicate stature, which is an appropriate amount, especially in times of the 60s and 50s, which is when this was the option for all males running across. And this is more of the witnesses' accounts. We also have some more of the old evidence that the police in Santa Monica County were able to dig up after the Chronicle with Paul Avery. This actually incorporated and enveloped and actually inspired the movie starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Robert De Niro, and Robert Pattinson. That was directed by David Fincher. And here, of course, we have the man himself, the actual Mr. Robert Graysmith. Let's get a close-up of him He was the man behind this piece that ultimately led to a fantastical, prominent, genius work of art that this man was able to forethrow his suave, most indicative creasings. So we have him to thank for this piece, and we have Richard to thank for obtaining this piece. This is a rare piece. Not too many of these were made, but the Zodiac original is right here in front of you. This was a Richard review. This is greatly reviewed. Richard gets 2 thumbs up and 4 out of 5 stars and 10 out of 10 fingers. So we'll give it up for Richard with individual guys all over. This is a full star review. So thank you, Richard, for Zodiac. This is Richard's review here on richard.com/GriffinChestnut.